Hello, my lovely people. I greet you all. Umu Chineke, anywhere you are watching this video, I greet you according to your time zone. If it is your first time of coming across this platform, Linda's TV show, you are welcome. If you like what we are doing, like, subscribe to this page, and leave your comment constructively. I want to appreciate you too for creating this wonderful platform that we are using to disseminate information to the members of the public. At the same time, I put a disclaimer that here in Linda's TV show, we do not promote war, violent hate speech, or instigate war, but rather we are here to educate, inform the members of the public about what is happening.
Are not citizens of Nigeria.
So, Mr. President, cows are not citizens of Nigeria. But
you didn't hear what I said. Senator Aleru, are you arguing with me?
No,
I said cows are not citizens. The section you are referring to is talking about citizens of Nigeria.
Yes.
And cows are not citizens of Nigeria. Cows can come in from Niger. They can come in from Chad, anywhere. But cows are not citizens. So, your point of order is noted, but rejected. You want to make contribution on the debate? Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. But I'm against the idea of restricting movement of Nigerians from one state to another.
No, that would not happen.
Right now, citizens of Nigeria are allowed to move from one state to another to establish business without any hindrance whatsoever.
It affects everywhere in Nigeria.
Yes.
Nobody can restrict
pastoralists
movement.
are citizens of Nigeria. They can move to north central, northwest, northeast, south, and establish their business without
they can do so, but not with AK-47.
Yeah. No. I'm not talking about criminals.
You don't understand.
Yes.
You just noticed something. I'm saying that we are going to a portion that says that brings about restriction. So, and I want to refer that to Senator Sam. He has to delete that part. So let's not deviate from the debate. The debate.
Let me conclude my contribution. Let me conclude, please. It's a private business. Government has no business going into ranching. Even the cattle route, which Senator Karimi mentioned, used to be the practice when we had 19 northern states. It's one state under northern Nigeria. But then that was the time when we had cattle route, beginning from maybe from Sokoto up to Lokoja. But now, the states have been balkanized into 19 states. Northern Nigeria has been balkanized into 19 states. And each state has control of its land. So you cannot really bring the issue of cattle route for now. It is not applicable at all because it touches on the territorial integrity of some states. Some states will not allow it. So, ranching should be seen as a business, and government has no business going into it. And perhaps when we go to the public hearing, this will become very, very clear. So I rest my case, Mr. President.
Thank you. And the civil service for the whole country, or are you proposing a bill for some states? Please go back to your seat. You can only talk from your seat. You can't talk from here.
Guide it.
Proceed. Read Order 42.
Order 42 says, by the indulgence of the Senate and the leave of the President, a senator may make a personal explanation, although there may be no question before the Senate, but no controversial matter may be brought forward, nor may debate arise upon explanation. The terms of the proposed...
Proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President. What I'm saying... no, is to support that.
The Senator Lalong.
Yes.
It says that the senator will have let's look at that order 42 again.
Sir,
So let's see.
you've agreed that I wanted to guide this Honorable Senate that this matter I have been part of this agitation for a very long time. But I will be surprised that up to now, we don't know some of the impediments towards realizing issues to curb farmers-headers clashes. Apart from the Constitution, like Senator Alero said, the Ecowas protocol is part of the problem that we have. You can quote the Constitution, but what about the Ecowas protocol? It allows you to move anywhere with your business. We allow you to move anywhere with your cows. So in getting towards realizing this, you must be very conscious of your laws in the nation, because you are not making a law for your state. You are making a law for the federation. The National Livestock Production Scheme was introduced under the Vice President. Everything was packaged, but some states refused. Some states even refused ranches. So this matter requires good consideration. I agree with the bill, but then we need to be very careful in getting towards even the second debate, so that we have a community of opinions, we have consensus on how to go about it. That will be also, yes, I said it, it has to also go out to the West African neighbors. Otherwise, you will say you don't want them to come in. They will also say they will not want you to go into their own environment. And that is the information I wanted to put, Mr. President, sir.
Thank you. Oh, Senator Kawu?
Yes, sir.
After you,
yes,
no more debates.
Okay, thank you, sir. Representing Kano South Senatorial District, Mr. President from Kano. Mr. President, quite all right, I listened to the mover of this bill attentively. And from my understanding, and from what I believe, and from what is in our hand, between the content of his debate and the bill, there is serious contradiction. And the content of his lead debate, or what he presented to the Senate today, totally is against Nigerian Constitution, which we are practicing now. Mr. President, this is a very sensitive and serious matter. It is very sensitive and serious matters. It's beyond most of our thinking. I align myself with your position. You talk as a leader, and what you propose to us, I think, is a solution of this problem. It is a constitutional representation. We are representing people, and based on the Constitution of Nigeria, I am totally against this bill, and it will not resolve the current challenges we are facing. It will compound our problem. You cannot in any way make a law for a particular section to protect some part of the country. Mr. President, I repeat it, I align myself with your position, and I am advising the leadership of this Senate. I am advising the leadership of this Senate, based on what you propose to us, based on your ideas, based on your experience. You are part of the and parcel of the leadership of this country for over almost 3 decades. Let the leadership come up with something very comprehensive, which protect the interests of each and every person in Nigeria. But going by this bill, it will compound our crisis in Nigeria. Some people close their eyes on what is going on, or what lead herders to go against farmers. There is so many issues which we need to attend. Mr. President, we used to see where herders and their cattle are pursuing, killing them, destroying their property. from some part of the country, which is against the Constitution. We cannot resolve this issue if we are sentimental. We need to be serious. We need to know that we are doing representation. And most of this issue is to do with the Constitution. And if we are altering the Constitution or amending the Constitution, we need the consent of each and every person in Nigeria. I commend your foresight, and I align myself with some of the submission of Senator ST0RM, too, from North Central. But actually, Mr. President, the lead debate or this bill, in line with what he proposed to us, it is contrary against the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and we are not going to support it. We will fight it to the end, Mr. President. Thank you.
Yeah. To be very circumspect in our attitude to this lead debate, because the issue of ranching, cattle routes, and the rest of them have been in the front burner of national discourse in this country. Mr. President, I want to say here that the Constitution is not only made for one person, and that in contributing to debates of this nature, we must put national interest in focus. What we are witnessing here in the second reading of this bill is a fulfillment of one of the procedural requirements of lawmaking. There are other levels. We have the public hearing that will come, that will bring out the details of the law, where everybody will be invited to make contributions. We have not reached that stage. We also have a presidential assent that is required. We have not reached that stage. So I think that having agreed that this bill is very important and germane to our national situation now, I think that even those who are complaining about certain sections of the lead debate concede that they are not opposed to the bill. I therefore want to suggest that we allow the second reading of this bill to be committed to the relevant committees and for public hearing to be conducted, where all relevant stakeholders will be invited for them to make their contributions. At the end of the day, we'll get a bill that will make a law that will be acceptable to all Nigerians. I so submit, Mr. President.
Let me, Senator Babangida, you have a point of order. But just before then, let me correct myself. When I said that cows are not citizens, I may be right in that regard. But what the Constitution is talking about is movement of persons and properties. And therefore, that is corrected. So cows are properties owned by citizens, and they have a right to be moved from one point to the other. So, Senator Babangida, please go ahead.
Thank you very much, the Senate President and the Chair of the session. I'm Senator Babangida, who sees Fulani farmer conflict in Journal of Humanitarian and Social Services, Volume 8, Number 1 of 2020, dealing with the issue of Fulani farmer-herder clashes. The dimension to the crisis, Mr. President, has a lot of multifarious issues around it. And I think it is better for us to look at it from those dimensions. If we confine it to just movement, movement cannot be enforced constitutionally because we have so many protocols. I refer to what distinguished Senator Lalong said regarding the Ecowas protocol for free movement of goods and services within the West African sub-region. Secondly, we have the constitutional freedom for people to move from one place to the other without let or hindrance. Thirdly, and most importantly, the universal human rights has given everybody the right to move around. But the criminality around the pastoral herder conflict is the issue we should isolate and deal with. And I think this same Senate had approved a national conference to discuss extensively on the issue and proffer solutions so that we can move forward to avoid these problems. So I remember Senator Karimi, who was with me, had started consulting and engaging prominent Nigerians who have insight and knowledge on this problem to partake and to contribute to this discussion. So I think let us be open-minded about this. We are Nigerians, and we should not make any law that will affect one part of Nigeria to the detriment of another part of Nigeria. All of us here have a stake in this country, and we must all work together to make peace and to make sure that this issue is brought to the fore. I have no issue with the bill. The bill is well intended, but there are so many dimensions that we have to look at before we can arrive and bring about an acceptable law that will deal with the issue of the criminalities around the Fulani farmer-herder conflicts. I thank you so much for the opportunity, Senate President. Thank you, sir.
So, Senator,
a very quick one. Going directly to the governor of Abia State. Right now. Before ya go ihe. This is the kind of thing na-eme n'Imo. Eme ha na kpam ge hụ ndị amị ha bajuo n'ime obodo. Kpụrụ nwanne mmadụ inside the compound. Kpụrụ nwanne mmadụ n'ụlọ ha. Ihe awụ ihe eji mara Imo State. Ụkwa ebe gọọmenti Imo State na-achọghị ike ya about ihe emege ndị ọ na-achị. So anyị ga-achọgodiri ha mee na steeti Abia. So anyị ma onye Alex Otiewu, you have already placed 25 million naira bounty. No onye ọbụla ga-enye information about ndị bịara gbuo ndị amị. Nonso kwakwadorie. When we talk of Biafra resuscitation or Biafra coming back, we are not talking of violence. When hide violence, when hide violence in any way. And that is why we are also asking the governor of Abia State to make sure that because I know if the governor comes out now, saying that they should stop. But the governor of Banketi, they will continue to do it. Because he's the chief security officer of that state. I won't damn it. So they're very, very wrong. They may have no fundani ejebu and aka had yocha. They will arrest. Now when one get money about 1 year work 70 years, now 1 year one is 20 years. Can they damage the Bruno Loha? How about no as in no who does that? Who does that? That is their own game like this. In Nigeria, are they even professionals? Can they throw her? Who trained them? Then I wouldn't damn again how they train when they damn also. This is the kind of training they give them in the military in Nigeria. Come on, gather intelligence. Umaka ebehano. Umaka happy nimolo. Umaka binimo here. Umaka binimo now. Abia Junction naba. Happy inside the bush. That is where you go and get them. Gina gagari ni mo londe mada akoko londe mada atra abro ma umaka ntakere na enwe ihe ha mere. Nwa 70 years obuliele egbe. Nwa ibara n'ụlọ ha na kpọrọ nwanne nwaanyị kpọrọ nke nwoke ga-esi na ha wụ ndị IPOB. Umaka ha ebuliele ha egbe. Besides, it is not IPOB. Ihe awụ ndị mere ha wụ criminals. They are not IPOB members. And I will keep saying it. This you people are giving the dog a bad name just to hang it. To keep detaining Nnamdi Kanu. That is the end game of all these things. Ndị mere ihe achọghị ka Nnamdi Kanu pụta. Ndị agbagburu ndị amị achọghị ka Nnamdi Kanu pụta. That is what they are doing. That is what they are doing. So I am calling upon the Abia State government. I am calling upon the Abia State government to stop this thing in Emanaba. The earlier the better. The earlier the better. Abia State or Imo State. Abia State or Imo State. This is the kind of things rubbish in Imo State here. You know, it is very wrong. What very wrong? Because you got to soldier to say to the government or the governor of Abia State. That in the army they are arresting people. Now one man and one woman and one woman and okay. The pictures are here. You got here. You know? You got one in a comment section. You got who came to there now. Came to Dami, she am a treat guy harassing people. I met a good wounded mother. How can happen? That is the problem I have with these people. Come on, I got intelligence. Is this how American military behave? Is it even the Cote d'Ivoire here? Is it how their military behave? Even Ghana here, is it how their military behave? So when such a thing happens, you come down and study the terrain. That is how to do it. You come down and study the terrain. Gather intelligence. Within 48 hours, you will not result. Arresting people, harassing people, killing people. When you time those people are alien bomb. That is the problem we have with them. You know? So the governor of Abia State should step in now. Yes, step in now. Haha, Abia Gadiki Imo and Oga like here. This development now, man on deal name here offering name and Abia Kito, man on deal. A man on enemies of the government of Abia State, they made that thing because he is becoming somebody. Oh, he can say, I'm telling you, when he can say, she's somewhere, has another state, so that can put to a stop to developmental strides of the governor of Abia State, Alex Oti. I have studied these people, Marande how they don't like progress, they don't like development. Onto Alex Oti no now, Alex Oti everywhere, everybody got Alex Oti, everybody got Obi some governors of Nigeria, they can even sponsor that in she had JM at least Unade hawe. Ha! Lekwenda. Amamunda very well now. Nigerian politicians. The governor Alibo. The governor Nigeria. If you study them very well, they are under the wicked. That they hate each other. That Robru ni of mass governor ne we hiwe. Hagasini in a meboha. Can the madam hana or you see what you are doing. Iti loko na aba. Ero alozo. Imeneka. And the weben camera. So can they buy oazanyo guna. Sino when if I na Alex Oti, be wise. Governor Alex Oti, be wise. You know here again an abana. Kunyo here now. Maga kunyo here now. Maga kunyo here now. Abia, Gadikimo. And the man like here, because each of development, because each of progress in your state, because each of wall, how do you make a man wall? So kunyo here now. And they come up with a very strong press release against the military. Here, and amended matter. And you go and advise in Kem. As only bombo, Maraquano Bonko, Hene, no matter to Hasi, Hane, Bondesina Hanachi, State, and Nigeria, or Catasana Libeba. O Fuanya do, Malihime, Pianoy Hane Meketa, Pianoya right now. They should release Ndenine Haporo. The military should release Ndenine Haporo. They should go inside the bush and look for them, or they should demarcate and block every all the boundaries leading to Abia State, have block to all the boundaries leading to Abia. Chebriye. Mana haga happy kwesiri na-eme ihe ọzọ ndị ana. Governor Alex Oti, mune, ọkwa advice ka m nye ego. Ịma na asụ ngwasu ọnụ n'ikwe ka ọ dịrị ndị Abia mma.
So much, my wonderful viewers, for watching this video together with me from the beginning to the end. Like I said before, if you like what you see here, if you like what I do in this platform, as you have finished watching this video, please hit that red button that says subscribe and put on your notification bell to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to know when I upload a new video. Share my videos, leave your comments in the comment section constructively. Until I meet your way again in my next video, I still remain your Linda's TV show. Bye-bye.